Tuesday. So this is 3rd and 6. Mahomes throws the cross, is intercepted on the deflection. Brian Branch, the rookie, ties the game with his first NFL touchdown.
Bijan Robinson lined up in the slot, going in motion here.
Bijan Robinson dancing around, and he has the football, puts a move on. Bijan Robinson, he's going to have his first NFL touchdown.
So with 3 and out from each side, Thomas Morstead has had in some ways his best year at 37 years old. Drives Darius Davis back and a pretty good return. Goods turning to great. Darius Davis, he is gone. There are no flags on the field, and those are the first points on this Monday night. Touchdown for the rookie. 3rd down and 4. Herbert floats it. Allen, what a catch! How did he come down with that ball?
On 3rd and 11. Cousins has time. Looking deep. He's got Allison. There is a flag down back at the 25.
Lawrence steps up, fires into the end zone. Diving attack made by Zay Jones.
Fluid situation, tough to see, especially for such a great player.
2nd and 28, here's Pittman. And Pittman takes it inside the 20, the 10, towards the end zone, touchdown! On 2nd and 28.
And 2 minutes of terrible football. We've got the ball. Let's see what we can do with it to start the half.
Trying to do something here with Christian McCaffrey. Got a bruising block from Brandon Ayuk. Got another from Ray McLeod. Turned it into a touchdown.
Robinson comes in. Fake to him, Ritter has time. Going deep. And the catch is made by Kyle Pitts.
A lot of empty formation, trying to tire out the D-line.
Pass. Intercepted. Deflected and picked off. And running with it is Slay. And he breaks the tackle and gallops to the end zone for the pick 6.
And look at the poor punt. With the best beginning field position, 35 of LA. He's got Hill. That's a touchdown. Love. Sidearm through the hands of Dodge. Caught by Reed.
Oh my goodness.
On the ricochet.
The same type of coverage, just hard to get the time to wait on the route.
What a catch. That pass was almost out of reach for Henry.
3rd and long. 4-man rush. Fields stands in, delivers, intercepted. Quay Walker's got it. Looking for blocks. Walker still on his feet. Walker still going, looking for the end zone. Quay Walker is in. Touchdown.
Field turf surfaces. Graham Gano, the veteran, 36 years old. Great through by Thomas, who blocked it. And Igbenogany has it for Dallas. Noah Igbenogany stays in bounds, and the Cowboys special teams gets the first score of the year. 3rd and 19. Jones gets it out. Barkley got hit, fumbled right in the air, and it flies into the hands for a touchdown of Deron Bland.
Handoff is to Hall. There goes Brees. Running out of gas and brought down inside the 15 by Benford. Welcome back. 83. Garrett Wilson. Wow! What a catch! Touchdown, Jets! That kid's amazing. There is no way. He caught that. Sam Martin corrals the snap. It's a short punt. Gibson on the return. Near side. I don't see any flags. Gibson inside the 30. Hits the Jets. And he's going to go. Jets win it. Touchdown. Rookie Xavier Gibson. Game over.
going deep, getting position and making the catch is Devontae Smith. 3rd and 4. Here comes pressure. There goes the ball wide open. It is Smith again, all the way for the touchdown. Crowd roaring again. 3rd and 10. Pressure on Cousins. Steps up. Throws deep downfield. Caught. And that's the rookie Addison for the touchdown. Turned Job around. Josh Job covering on the play. And for the 2nd game in a row, Addison is in for a score.
Jordan Stout punting to Charlie Jones, the rookie out of Purdue. Tracking to the 20. Jones across the 25. There he goes. There is a flag down. Jones down the sideline. He will go, but will it count? For the rest of the game with an ankle injury. On 1st down, Lamar Jackson, plenty of time. Taking a deep shot for Flowers, and Flowers has it! Zay Flowers, and they're saying he's not down yet. Now they are. What a catch by the rookie Flowers.
Next man up. Pressure coming again. Goff hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. There's Trey Brown, open to the end zone, and he's going to score. Out of his own end zone, intercepted by Shaq Barrett, fighting at the goal line for a pick 6 that just might seal the deal for Tampa. As the starting quarterback, toss play McCaffrey with blockers in front, has a crease. McCaffrey with speed down the sideline. McCaffrey one man to beat, a little hesitation, and Akello Witherspoon finally able to bring him down.
From the 32. Good fake down the middle.
Oh, he ripped it.
He got Garrett Wilson in stride, and this is going the distance. Just like that, the Jets have life.
And wow, what a strike. And you went to the guy who you should have went to on the 3rd down previously. What a throw. This gets you back in it and makes up for a lot right away.
Howe slinging it to the end zone. Was it caught? Yes, McLaurin, touchdown. An amazing catch by one of the stud wide receivers in the sport. Wilson looking for a miracle. Gonna gather, unleashes towards the end zone. It is deflected in the air, and it's caught. Brandon Johnson, and Denver's prayer is answered.
Sees those double teams all the time with the great gunners in the history of the league. Mostert takes off and goes the distance for the touchdown.
Chubb splits out to the top of the screen. Quick throw and picked off. The deflection and intercepted by Highsmith. Touchdown. What a start for the Steelers.
Keep Prentice in for pass protection. Panthers rush 5. Carr steps up and delivers downfield. Get him a 50-50 ball. What a catch by Olave.
To have a guy like Warren make a play for you to move the chains, that's huge.
Pickett wide open. Pickens. There he goes. Touchdown Steelers. Back on top.
Turner Yell makes the stop in the secondary for Denver. 1st and 10. The fake. Good block in there, and down it goes. Caught at the 30. This is the dynamic Hill. He's in for 6. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown.
From the 18-yard line, Smith with time. Throws to the end zone.
Jordan Love is slipping on that throw. They might have to change their cleats.
Punt fielded at the 24 by Shaheed. Shaheed across midfield.
Shaheed is going to take this all the way for a Saints touchdown, 76 yards.
That catch, everything is out there, and they're having success.
Love on first down. There is a flag. Oh, and a diving catch made by Dobbs.
The NFL scouts are salivating over.
And two quarterbacks in this game under the age of 25. One who's been to a playoff and one who's 2.5 games into an outstanding career as the ball is bobbled and it's picked up by the fullback, and he's got running room. Andrew Beck, after Boone couldn't handle it, it's still going. Beck, he's going to go all the way in. Did we just see what we just saw?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Touchdown return on a bobble.
Bills fans on their feet, making noise on this third down. Howell. And it's intercepted. What a play. Epinesa is going to go. First career interception for A.J. Epinesa, and it's a pick six for the big guy.
Stroud to throw the blitzes on. He floats one wide open, and there he goes. Tank down all the way in for a Texan touchdown.
And they kind of thought maybe they had ironed some things out in practice this week. You said it opened up our broadcast. They felt very confident. And from the one, this will be Marvin Mims.
And they did. They felt confident coming into this. They felt like they were going to shock some people. And
here comes
unfortunately,
Mims.
They shocked it the wrong way as Mims is taking it.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to get him. Here they go, trying to catch him at the other way. Mims, the rookie, is taking it in for a kick return of 99 yards. Perry Nickerson could not catch up with him. Mims returns it 99 yards.
Dolphins are in that company.
That's regular season. Second down and 2. A-Chain, big hole. Turns it on, accelerating. You can kiss him goodbye. 69 points on a 67-yard touchdown run by A-Chain. His second rushing touchdown and his fourth today.
They handle the rush. Dalton lays it out there. Wide open is Chark. Makes a move on a spin, and Chark's going to take it in. Touchdown, Carolina. That'll quiet the crowd. 47 yards on the catch and run.
The shot play's coming.
Robinson motions across. Ritter's looking back to the right side and throws an interception. He threw it right into the hands of Darius Williams, who's going to take it all the way to the end zone. A crushing pick six just when the Falcons had the offense going.
Hawkinson to the wide side of the field. Cousins throws, picked off, and it could be trouble up the far sideline. Sam Franklin from the 1-yard line. Cousins trying to track him down. He'll cut it back, get a block, and he'll go 99 yards for the score.
The explosiveness they've been looking for. Speaking of explosiveness, Derrick Henry in open field. Derrick Henry's gone. Vintage King Henry for 29 yards and a touchdown.
Something fun to watch every week.
2nd and 6. Josh looking down the sideline. It's Diggs with another flag out. He is able to get away from those two tacklers, and no one's going to touch him the rest of the way. Touchdown.
Play clock dwindling down. He'll get it off. Young being tracked down. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by Wanham. DJ Wanham rumbling inside the 20. He'll go all the way to the house.
Bill Belichick's staple in these middle 4 minutes around halftime.
2nd down, a lot of time. Jones just can't find it. Comes back across the field. This time he pays the price. Deron Bland, pick 6. Yeah, fair point, Aaron. 3rd down for the Pats here. Here's Jones. Has time to throw. Lofting Hunter Henry. One-handed catch. And a penalty.
Short. Pacheco almost caught in the backfield. Instead, into the open field and accelerating. Pacheco in for the touchdown. The Jersey Kid back in his home state.
This one's picked.
Witherspoon. Devin Witherspoon cuts back. What a night for the rookie. You think they love him in Seattle? How about 6 points? Touchdown Witherspoon, no flags.
Off the fake. This is where Stafford's at his best. Play action. Nakua in traffic. And he made the catch. What a play by Puka Nakua.
Pass is hauled in by Moore. Gets free. Washington gambles and lose the gamble that time. 56 yards, touchdown.
David Montgomery, the back. Bouncing outside. Head down the sideline. Goes Montgomery. He's going to go in for a Lions touchdown.
3rd and 6. And they need the 30-yard line. Jones up, hit by Granderson, intercepted on the ricochet. That's Matthew for 6. It's a pick 6.
Let's send it back out to Spiro, Adam, and Amanda.
Uh-oh. Here's a breakaway. Moss off to the races. Moss to the house.
From the 24 on first down, a big hole for Achane, still going down the sideline. Devon Achane will take it all the way.
And now he's lined up on Tyreek Hill. Did a pretty good job against DK Metcalf. I know he gave up 1 touchdown.
On 3rd and goal to the end zone, picked off. Oh, the deflection. Giants with their second takeaway. It's Pinnock. Jason Pinnock, 102 yards for the Giants' first touchdown in the first half.
Kenny people are too good for that. Dean's too good for that. He's undefeated.
Second down, a throw.
Oh, intercepted! Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt, and Cam Taylor-Britt takes it to the house.
On first down, Burrow with time, looking deep, looking for Chase.
He's got it, and Jamar Chase on the deep ball for the touchdown. 63 yards, Burrow to Chase. On first down, it gave to Breece Hall, right up the middle, and there he goes. Breece Hall into Denver territory, and he's got a hall pass to the end zone. Jets in front. Broncos need about 20 yards to make it a 60-yard attempt. Wilson lost the football. Rolling towards the sideline. Picked up by the Jets. It's Hall. And he goes.
In the Wildcat. And he fakes the pitch. And Derrick Henry's free. Derrick Henry is running all the way down to the 9-yard line.
2-minute warning. Each team 3 timeouts. Ahmed the back. 2 a 3rd and 6. He's 12 of 16. Lamb the block. Go! He's got him! He's got Hill! And they've got a touchdown! Oh, he smoked him! Woo!
Pressure coming here, and the ball is out. It's still free, and the Vikings pick it up down the sideline. Goes Jordan Hicks, and Hicks is in for the scoop and score for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, he did.
In that Denver game, when they came in late in that game.
White here. Chosen is in. That's picked off. And this may be a Troy Hill pick 6, and it is. Hill takes it to the house.
Goff looking deep. Wants it all. Jamison Williams looking for the ball. Got it!
Carr, 3rd and 10, steps up, fires, batted, picked. Oluokun comes up with the interception off the deflection, and Oluokun will take the ball close to the goal line. They are celebrating as if he is in there, and the official says he is. Lawrence fires. That's caught on the run. Christian Kirk inside the 20. He goes, and Christian Kirk takes the ball all the way.
And Kareem Hunt dealing with a thigh injury is going to play as Ford breaks one. Ford toting the rock to the house.
Or they can bring an extra pressure to try to get matchups up the field.
Hard snap count. Could be a free play here. You saw Garrett jump. Downs is wide open. Downs. Touchdown.
And actually tackle the football.
Mayfield. Deep. He's got it. Mike Evans. That's a Buccaneer touchdown.
Minshew from his end zone. Here comes Garrett. Football's loose. Who's got it? Cleveland. It's still loose. No signal yet. Touchdown. Tony Fields.
Allen pulls the trigger. Sliding catch made inside the 10 by Diggs. Oh, how did he get out of it? Touchdown, Buffalo.
Can't wait too much longer. Those quick outs to the sidelines won't suffice.
Hoyer's long pass of the day is 15 yards, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Johnson untouched for the touchdown.
Anthony Richardson on second down. He fakes to Taylor. Fires over the middle. Completes. Pittman breaking free. Pittman. Colts retake the lead.
Get back to that play momentarily. First Hurts taking and throwing back. Deflected, intercepted into the hands of Jerome Baker for a touchdown.
Blitz off the edge. Cousins throws, and it's taken away by Addison for the touchdown. He and Charvarius Ward fighting for the ball, and this time Addison takes it for the score. Kittle's had one big game this season. That was at home against Dallas. Here's McCaffrey. He's gone. Touchdown 49ers.
This is the type of running back that Mike McDaniel likes. These underdog guys that have had to grind and prove themselves.
Some more misdirection. Tua slinging it to the end zone. It's caught. Tyreek Hill. Brilliant pass from Tua, and Miami strikes back.
Cowboys bring pressure. Stafford sees it, fires one, intercepted. It's another pick six. Deron Bland has his third of the year.
It's 1:18 to go, opening quarter. Wilson on first down over the middle. And that one is caught by Breece Hall with a flag down. Hall blockers in front, still going. Breece Hall will take it. Now will it stand? If it does, it's a 50-yard touchdown. But there's a penalty marker down back at the 41.
Illegal contact. Defense number 28. That penalty is declined. It's on the play. Touchdown.
Carr to throw. Wants to go deep. He's got Shaheed out there. He's got it. And Shaheed in for the touchdown. 58 yards to give New Orleans the lead.
Seconds to go. Hurts firing for the end zone and a one-handed attempt. Oh my goodness! A.J. Brown with an amazing touchdown.
.240 yards of offense for Jacksonville, 107 for the Steelers. Lawrence sets and throws a deep shot. It's caught by Etienne. Etienne is going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Jacksonville. On a big one, 56 yards.
Levis towards the end zone. Got a man. Touchdown. Wow. Westbrook Akine, and it's the fourth TD pass of the day in the debut of Will Levis.
The head coach right there talked about their development. You have got to be encouraged with what they were able to do against the stout Philly.
What a catch by Crowder.
Are you kidding me?
And a fourth touchdown throw from Sam Howell, as you were just talking about, the young quarterback.
So they could fit it over the cast and the wrap. Now gloveless. But he's got Eckler. And Eckler's got the sideline. And Eckler got a touchdown. Austin Eckler from 39 yards out. His first receiving touchdown of the season.
Dan Skipper comes in at left guard as they hand to Gibbs. And Gibbs breaks it. Touchdown, what a night for the rookie. Wow. Come back. Jameer, come back.
Tua out to Hill, and that goes nowhere. Ball's loose. It is loose and picked up and lateraled. Brian Cook. Touchdown. Kansas City.
Chicago in the red zone, where they are tied for fourth this year in touchdown percentage. Bagent looking deep for Cole Kmet. Oh, what a catch! Kmet goes up to get it, and it's a touchdown for the Bears.
From the 35, Stevenson, first down and more. Ramondre Stevenson still going. Chased by Pearl. Stevenson into the end zone. 64 yards for a New England touchdown. It appeared as if there may have been some issues with the communication, so Brissett helping signal in the plays. Second down and 10. Here's Howell going deep to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Dodson. What a throw, what a catch.
It's good research by you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Not Elvis.
Oh, sorry.
He likes horses.
Oh, yeah, horses. My bad.
Stroud makes the connection with Brown, straddling the sideline. Does he have the angle? He does. Touchdown. "75 yards.
To overcome those pre-snap penalties, and they've had a bunch of them.
A quick throw, trying to beat the blitz. Smith, loose. Jono Smith, he's taking it all the way in for a Falcon touchdown. And slides in the tunnel to finish. And then does a snowflake without snow.
Yeah, he looks to be fine on this series. 2nd and 5. We'll keep an eye on it. As Mitchell breaks it. There's that speed. Mitchell to the end zone. And a touchdown. Oh, they found something today.
Oh, my gosh. This
Keaton Mitchell.
That's Thielen on the move. It's a 1st and 10 and Young. Underneath, it's picked off. And here comes the veteran Kenny Moore. Chased by Young. That is a pick six. "49-yard touchdown on the interception by Kenny Moore."
The best starting field position for the Raiders at the 40-yard line, and O'Connell wants to take a deep shot. And he's got Trey Tucker out there. Tucker diving, and he makes the catch inside the 10. 1st and goal, Las Vegas.
They play back and they play in zone, and they try and keep you from having the big plays.
Second, Nate fake to Sanders. They come through. It's intercepted again. And again, it's picked off by Moore. A foot race. It'll be his second pick six. His second pick six today. 64-yard return.
Here's 66 for the season. Good edge plug by Khalil Shakir. And there goes Diggs through the secondary. Stephon Diggs running with purpose all the way to the 36-yard line.
Wilson, the ball is knocked away. It's picked up by the Chargers. This is a live ball. And returned by Gilman. There are flags down, and right now Gilman is to the pylon and in.